Hello and welcome to my channel, Collective. This is going to be a general reading. All right, Collective, how are you? How are you doing? Hopefully you're all doing well and hopefully you're all doing good. All right, Spirit, please join us in this reading for Collective. Ancestors, will you come in for the protection? Perfect. Alrighty, Spirit, what does Collective need to know for their highest good? What do they need to know? What should they let go? What is coming in? What is going on? All right, Collective, this is for you. All right, Collective, what is going on? Let's go ahead and get a message of the heart real quick. What is going on? You may have somebody, Collective, in your energy. We have the Emperor and Empress here. It's been a soulmate, twin flame type of connection that you feel with this person. Okay, we have Fairy Tale and the Rival. They chose someone else over you, and though it wasn't what they wanted, they thought it was the right thing to do. Okay, they think this kind of love only happens in fairy tale stories because to them you are too perfect to believe it's true. Oh my goodness, Collective, what I'm really picking up from this is you could be dealing with somebody that you could be dealing with somebody that you really wanted to connect with, really wanted to, you know, spend your time with, you know, have a future with, settle down, marry, you know, success, all of that with this person. But what's going on is healing. We got in the center of it. We've got healing. I do feel whether it's the Emperor or the Empress is in a Nine of Cups energy. They're good on their own. They're happy. They're good. They're content. This is somebody that, you know, honestly, they don't want a relationship. It's something, or it's like they don't need. It's like they, you know, they don't need to be in a relationship. But you know, if the right person came along, you know, they would. I just get a lot of healing that it almost like on this Emperor. Now, mind you, it's the energy, you know. But I almost feel like somebody is having success and the other person is not, for whatever reasons. It's almost I'm feeling that whoever this Emperor is, Collective, they've put in the work. They've done the work to have this success. They've put in the work to have this healing. They've put in the work to be this Nine of Cups. Now this Empress here, oh, she done stressed out. Like she in a Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. This could definitely be you, you know, having your boundaries, guards up, you know, around this person, around this individual. Oh, I do apologize for that. What is going on here, Spirit? Yeah, somebody's stressing out that you've got these boundaries up, or that you could not be speaking, you could not be communicating with this person. What's going on? What's with this Emperor? Okay, so this Emperor, they could be like an entrepreneur, or just have that entrepreneur type of mindset. You know, somebody that doesn't play around. This is somebody that's got big dreams, big goals, aspirations that they want to achieve in life, and it's almost as if they can't achieve those because something in their energy is bringing a lot of grief, a lot of dissatisfaction. Almost like a Four Cups type of energy. It's almost like somebody is it's just discontent, disconnected. Yeah, so I am picking up a soulmate. You know, you could definitely feel the connection with this person, but this is somebody that would like to come back, or would like to come back into your life. What's with the Empress? Oh, I'm going to take those, Collective. What is with this Empress? Alright, so Collective, you could have been just listening to your intuition, listening to signs. You could have just released or abandoned or ghosted this person without saying anything. What's with the Eight of Pentacles? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles talks about, you know, putting in work, you know, like work, putting in work. Yeah, it's like this past had everybody in this connection, you Collective, your soulmate, your twin flame, whoever this is to you, everybody has free will. Your past person chose to exercise their free will and not put in any work. They didn't want to do any of the work. And so that I do feel that kind of forced you to go into this other direction. It's almost like, how am I supposed to build something? How am I supposed to, you know, have these big dreams, build with somebody, co-create with somebody if they don't want to put in the work, if they don't want. I'm picking up a lot of like immature type of energy as well. Okay, so if you were dealing with a twin flame, Collective, you're going towards a soulmate. If you're dealing with a soulmate, you're going towards a twin flame. Either way, this, I feel somebody in your energy that is, yeah, worthy of your time and worthy of your energy. This person makes you happy, or you make them happy. What's with the Star of the Healing? You definitely could have just not even said anything to this person, Collective, and just separated and just started healing and just started going, you know, keep moving forward, keep pushing it forward. There's a lot of regret, a lot of sadness and a lot of regret in this energy. What's with the Nine of Swords, Spirit? Yeah, it's almost like you two were marrying each other. You know, this connection was not built on a solid foundation, and it's almost somebody settled. Yeah, it's like somebody. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's like somebody just surrendered to a toxic person, or a toxic environment, or a toxic. And this was a lesson. This was a lesson that you learned, collective. And you had no choice but to surrender. It's almost like the divine forced you to surrender. Okay, so this pass is contemplating on whether or not to reach out or communicate or come back and offer. But you've got your boundaries. You could have this person blocked. You could be not communicating. Whatever the reason, collective, it's almost like now, you know, that we have divine time. It's almost now is not the time for this person to be coming back or wanting to do anything. I want to take a look. Let's look at the dynamic, spirit, the dynamic of this connection with everybody involved. What's going on? So you could have been dealing, collective, with somebody that just had commitment issues, and you looked it up or chalked it up as just like a lot. Yeah, you've got this person blocked. It's almost okay. So there is commitment issues with this in this situation, and that also like stressed you out. But there is also the possibility, you know, there is potential in this relationship. However, know that this could translate to being a project, and it's up to you to decide if it's worth it. So you know there is potential. You do feel the connection with this person. Okay? You do feel that. You're not imagining that. That is there. But do you want to, if you've got these big goals, these big dreams and aspirations that you want to follow and do, and I just, you know, you've got to really trust your intuition. You know, but it's going to be a lot of work. This person hasn't put in any of the work. So, I mean, you take how long, you take however long you took to put in the work to get where you're at. That's what they're going to need. Do you want to wait 3, 4, 5 years for them to, you know, to get over their issues, or to, you know, to put in the work or do what they need to do? Yeah, to make an offer. Yeah, it's almost like not in this lifetime. Yeah, it's almost, you know, there is a chance that you won't end up with this person because they refuse to do the work. But I do feel that like you did the work, and it's like the universe is wanting, you've closed this cycle out. And it's like you may have this romantic offer coming in from someone else. And yes, it could be this person if they healed, you know, and if they healed and did the work and put in the work to where they can make this offer, most definitely. But definitely trust your intuition. Let's take a look at what can we all work on in this connection. Yeah, trust your intuition. It's first saying you need to trust your intuition with this. Yeah, they need to heal. They need to heal their past. There's a lot of child trauma, and it's like let them take the wheel. You know, it's like you can't do this healing for them. This is something that they've got to do themselves. They've got to want to do. If this person wants to be with you, they will do the work that it takes to be with you. Yeah, and it's like we have like no psychics allowed. No psychics allowed. Perhaps it's time to stop depending so much on tarot readings and start trusting your own intuition. And that's what I'm feeling is you're really needing to trust your intuition on this with this person. Yeah, it's just like, again, you've got good healthy boundaries set. There's a lot of incompatibility. Just a lot that's going against the connection. Let's go ahead and close with self-help, self-care, and we'll get advice from higher self. Okay, clarify your desires, cut through the confusion, use your intuition. This is the third time for intuition. Collective, you really don't listen to me. Don't listen to other psychics. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. Don't give up, all is not lost, get back and keep trying. Awaken the dominant potential, basically unlock the inner witch in you. This is, awaken to that there's healing that needs to happen. There's so much potential. And you could have looked at the potential in this person, and I feel that this could be why you got in this situation in the first place, is because you're looking at their potential of who they could be, but they're not doing anything. Okay, challenge yourself to do better. Don't set limits on your potential. Have a relaxing bath. Light some candles. Help restore yourself. Identify and eliminate distractions that aren't adding to your value. All right, collective, and we'll go ahead and close with higher self. Advice from higher self. Good luck sometimes comes disguised as bad luck, and I do feel that this was a, there's a path that you're meant to be on. Trust it. I am telling you, this is almost like the fourth card for your intuition. You need to trust your intuition on this person. How do they make you feel? How do they honestly make you feel? At the end of the day, how do they make you feel? You will be a great success, but you will have to go through it to get there. There are lessons to be learned, and I feel that this was a tough lesson. This was a tough lesson for you to learn. Balance all dimensions of your life. And I feel that's with this person. They're needing to balance their life out. Let go of the idea that you're not ready, and rejection is for your protection. Collective, this is the reading that I have for you. I appreciate the time and energy, and I hope you have a great day.